Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video. As you can tell, it's Friday, yay, it means it's Arkonomics time, baby. And I am feeling, hopefully it's apparent that I'm feeling fucking much better. My throat is not stuffy at all. Well, if I talk an extended period of time, it gets a little bad, but boy oh boy do I have news for y'all. I'm sure if you're somebody who plays this game a bit more than I do, you'll already know what I'm about to show you, but this week's episode is going to mostly be around crafting and the calculator, because the calculator, yes, it did get updated. You're welcome. Clearly after my last video, Tepish, you know, he decided to update the calculator because of me. Me personally, no, I didn't do anything. The guy does great work though, and he did update the calculator. Blue crystals on NA West, of course, 2800 insta buy, 2600, 2700 slow buy. Again, doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of people trying to swipe. I wonder why, thinking emoji. Anyways, whether that's true or not, people do be swiping, so the prices do be kind of low. There's also, I don't know, the Mari shop is kind of bad these days, and it refreshes much less frequently. There's less offerings and it refreshes less frequently. It's interesting, to say the least, is what I will say. Interesting, asterisk. It's not very good, is the truth of the matter. Anyways, before we get into the actual marketplace stuff, like I promised, the calculator did get updated, and I will be going over the calculator and answering some of the FAQ questions that I get. You can get the answers on the website itself, but I'm also here to just answer the questions for you. So, calculator. What do you have to do? Well, if you don't want to watch the tutorial, you go to the settings tab, you input your stronghold settings here. The automatic exchange settings do not work currently, so if you want to know if it's better to exchange powder into certain materials, you're still going to have to do that manually. And generally speaking, it is more cost effective to exchange some lower material for powder and then the powder for the Abydos material. In any case, I'm not going to be going over that. Just know that it's something you can do if you want to maximize your profit. I'm lazy and I don't give a shit, so I don't care. After you set up your stronghold settings here, you just input the price of everything. And yes, you can make crafting, you can make fusion mats with every single type of crafting material in the fucking game now, which is problematic. And it's problematic for the reason that it takes a fucking long time to input all of the data. So, rather than me sit here and do it, I'm going to do it off camera for you guys, so I'll be right back. Alright, so after inputting all of the current material prices, except for timber, let me do timber right now. This is sort of what the prices of all the materials are currently looking like on NA West. And the prices have been steadily going down. As you can see, the edited prices from the last prices that I just shown, they're significantly cheaper than they were. Well, in some cases significantly cheaper, in other cases not really, such as fish. The fish haven't really changed too much. The fish and iron ore are still kind of expensive. Timber is not the cheapest, but relics are. But these two, I think, are always going to be the cheapest in terms of like their Abydos material, because timber logging is super easy to use your life energy, and so is excavating. So these are the two quickest energy dumps, and I think it's the two professions that, or life skills, excuse me, the two life skills that most people are going to be spending their energy on. And then after this, all we have to do is we go here and we have to edit the price of the material. So 73 right now for Abydos fusion material, and I guess I'll update prime fusion as well, just for funsies. And this is what it's looking like. So if we were to craft Abydos fusion mats, it looks like we're making about a 150 per hour, or I would be making a 150 per hour of my stronghold setup. From relics, I'd be making about 130 from wood, 79 from flowers, 41 from meat, 17 from iron ore, and losing gold on fish. And yes, this does already factor in the auction house tax. It does. Trust me. Trust me, it does. And the way that you can tell it does is because take a look at this superior fusion material. If the price of it was 21, it tells you here to list it for 20. Why does it tell you to list it for 20? There used to be a tooltip when you moused over it, but basically it's because if you sell it for 21, you're getting the same amount of gold back as if you were for getting 20. So they have all of the edge case market things. They already calculate tax. They calculate this. Basically, this calculator is goated, which is why I always suggested people to use it, and why Tepish was the goat. Does look like Prime Arehas right now with relics are kind of fucking goated. I don't know. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I did just want to push this out and let you guys know that it's updated. I will leave the link in the description, as always. Aside from that stuff, though, I mean, not much is going on. The prices of things spiked a little bit because of Aegir. Unsurprisingly, we kind of expected things to spike, and then they've kind of gone back down. And what I mean by that is, like, Radiant Honor Leapstones spiked up a little bit, and then they went back down. Destiny Leapstones spiked a little bit. They're still a little bit higher than they were, settling at about 30 gold right now. Fusion mats have been cratering, but that's because trade skill mats have been cratering, so again, craft at your own precaution. I would not recommend stockpiling up a bunch of materials right now, because things are so up in the air still. Capiche? 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 The new honing rate up mats, I mean, these things are gonna kind of be all in flux as well, especially with people getting their relic gear soon. And speaking of relic gear, I also do kind of expect the Destiny Destruction Stones to be going up at some point. You can see that the blue stones spiked because people were trying to hone their armor to get into Aegir hard mode at last second. Kind of typical of, like, each kind of content cycle that we see. I do expect when people get their relic weapon, or ancient weapon, and they can hone it up to 25, I do expect to see a price increase on these. So keep it in mind is all I'm saying. And equally so, I do expect the price on these to go up too whenever people start honing. It's just supply and demand, right? And when the supply is low, the demand is, you know? When the supply is high and the demand is low, prices go down, right? And vice versa, the other way around, they go up. Shards are pretty expensive for what they are, but again, it's not really a surprise because I think most people's bottlenecks right now are going to be shards. In some edge cases, it's not going to be shards, but I think for a lot of people, shards are going to be your limiting factor, especially for alts that didn't get to advanced hone in tier 3. Like, if you're trying to push a character that you have at 1640 to 1660, by far the thing that's going to be holding you back the most is shards. So, not surprised here. And overall, I do think, like I said, in the immediate future, probably keep an eye on redstones. I do think these will probably go up. How much they will go up or how long they will go up for, they'll definitely spike, I think. And I've given my reason as to why. Because once you have an ancient weapon, you're allowed to take it to plus 25. On the current relic gear that we have, it's only maxed out at plus 20. When we upgrade to ancient from clearing Aegir, you're able to get to plus 25. I wish I had an Aegir piece to show you, but I never cleared hard mode. I've seen like fucking 0 times 5 HPRs, but hey, it is what it is. We love a good 0x mech. Anyways, let's end off the episode by taking a peep at Sidereals. 400k, huh? With an average day price of blank. I mean, I'm not surprised to see very little price movement on that, truthfully. Let's take a look at tier 3 gems still, tier 3 level 10s. Eventually I'll stop looking at these, but for now, it still feels comfy. Looks like 173.6, 174-ish, 175. Damage gems are a little bit higher still. There's a little premium on a damage gem still, a level 10 tier 3 damage gem. It's only a 10k premium, but it still exists, which I think is interesting. And a level 10 tier 4 gem. Looks like there's a buyout on a cooldown gem at just a mil gold. Otherwise, it's like 1.3 or 1.03 mil, 1.05, 1.06. Let's look at the recently sold. Probably people just buying specific cooldown gems. And it looks like damage gems are like 1.9 mil. Yeah, 1.8, 1.92 mil. I mean, these prices are absurd, especially for how much you get out of it. Like, one button classes or one skill classes, for sure, it's probably still worth doing in the long term, but for regular people, man, this is going to be rough to do. Rough in the sense that I don't think it'll be realistically doable unless you're sweating this game hard, which, I mean, I think my endgame gems are these. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys all in the next one. As always, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you want to see more from me. And thank you to my YouTube members. Consider becoming a member. Never required, but always appreciated. Remix My Life. I'm Nufu. Thank you too. And then it's Biscuits, Cinder, and Diz. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Bye.